guys, so I am back in my hotel room. It is 8:50 at night. Whew, what a day. Let me start by kind of breaking down my morning and how I got there. So I got up at 7 o'clock, got my breakfast in my hotel room, and left straight from there. The doors for the Arnold Classic don't open until 9 o'clock for regular ticket holders. For VIP, it's 8:30. I was not VIP. I was not willing to spend $400 for a VIP ticket. That was just insane. So got there like 8:30, plenty of time, and the doors open at 9 o'clock on the dot, and everybody rushed in, and I started to make my way. I had no idea where I was going. I've heard in the past that the one booth that is worth going to first and the one that gives away the most stuff is Optimum Nutrition. It's one of the biggest booths there. So I said screw it, so I went, got in this line, and boy, I underestimated these lines. These lines took forever. I was in the Optimum booth. I was at the Optimum booth line 9 o'clock, 9:15ish, because it took a while to get over from one side to the other. 9:15 to like 11, just waiting for a free T-shirt, a journal, a training journal, which is pretty sick. I'm going to use that, and a ton of free samples, free proteins, pre-workouts, BCAAs, all that stuff. They give you a huge bag and they just dump it in. It's like Halloween all over again. So I waited in that line forever, and then I noticed that Steve Cook showed up at like 11, right when I was getting out of the line, and he had his own line to meet and greet people, and that looked like it would take the same amount of time. So I wasn't for that, sitting in one company's line for like 4 hours straight and wasting that time. So I said, you know what, I'm going tomorrow again, so excuse me, so maybe I'll just meet and greet him earlier when I get there tomorrow morning. I met a couple kids in that line, and they said that they only go for the free samples. They see 5 booths and they leave, and they're not going back tomorrow, and they're from Pennsylvania. So I kind of thought, well, what's the point? Don't you want to like meet the people? Don't you want to experience the different shows, the actual men's physique contests, the competitions, stuff like that? But people will do what they want to do. So the next one I went to. Where did I go next? Let me look on my bed here. It's like Halloween candy all over my hotel bed. I went to go see Seth Feroce. He's one of the people that I look up to the most. He's one of the realest, if not the realest, after today. He really gave me some insight, and his line wasn't long. I kind of liked that because it meant that he's not so mainstream to the point where, in the fitness industry these days, if you get too mainstream, you're quick with fans. I believe that if you have such a long line, yes, you're popular for a reason. People like you, but at the same time, you're not giving people the time. So I noticed Blackstone Labs, Seth Feroce's booth was short, and I went in. The line was short, but it took a while, and I didn't mind waiting for his booth because I enjoy him. I enjoy his videos, and I like him as a person. So I waited. He took a lot of time, and that's the good thing. That's the thing that I like about these certain people at these expos is it might take a while, but they're taking a while for one person, and that shows a lot. That shows that the person, the bodybuilder or the athlete or whoever's at the booth actually cares and wants to talk to the fans. So I appreciated that. I got up to his booth. He is the funniest motherfucker. He really is. Like, we went through all this stuff, and the second I walked up to him, because I've been Snapchatting him for a couple days now, like. At first, like last week, I was like, should I do it? I'm probably just going to go by myself. He's like, should I do it? And he's like, do what you want, man. It's an experience. Experience the mayhem is what he kept saying. It would be a great time. 10 or 11 hours by yourself's rough, though. And I said, yeah, I don't know. And then I Snapchatted him last night, and I was like, I'm here. I'm doing it. And he was like, great, fucking A, man. That's like his line. He was like, I'm excited, man, can't wait to meet you. And he actually takes the time to snap you back, and it's late at night, and late at night isn't the time to like talk to him, I guess. So he was like, fucking A, man, I can't wait to meet you, experience the mayhem, have fun. And I didn't snap back, so I saw him today, and he was like, Boston. He was like, fucking Boston. And I was like, yeah, dude, it's Brian from Boston. He's like, you made your way out, man. That's fucking awesome. And I was like, yeah, it is. And he was like, it's good to see you, this and that. And we shoot the shit for like 5 minutes. It was cool because it seemed like he really cared. And then I asked him a question. I said, I don't mean to sound like dumb or whatever, but how, besides competing, besides, doing competitions and getting on stage and stuff like that, how do you get into a company like this? Like, how do you get a job like this? And he said, it takes hard fucking work. It is intense hard work, and you have to hustle. And he said, you have to have some sort of angle. He said, you got to figure out how you stand out from other people. And that was huge for me. I looked him dead in the eye, and I was like, I'm 22. I'm in school. I'm at school for what I absolutely love. And I that's just a simple question. It's like, how do you get into one of these companies? He said, you got to hustle, and you got to network, and you got to get your name out there. And I think I'm taking a good step. So he was by far my favorite. I'm going to follow him more and more. And he signed a poster for me, and a lot of people there at these expos, they charge for autographs. Fucking ridiculous, right? They charge you like $20-$30 for a fucking handwritten autograph. Well, I'll tell you what, he was more than happy to take a picture with me. I took a couple of pictures I'll post later on. He got this, he right away got a Sharpie, and he got a poster, and he signed it for me. Yeah, he's a big dude. And he even admits himself he's not 100% clean, but that's besides the fact. I'll make another video about it later on in the future, but it's with bodybuilders and steroids and PEDs and all that shit. Not a lot of them there are clean, but that's besides the point. So this is him. He said it says Brian Intense Hard Work. That's what we talked about, and it really kind of just took me back after I walked out of the booth. I said, man, this guy really fucking cares. So I liked it. Another guy I went to go see is Mark Lobliner. I did not like him. I'm just going to throw him under the bus right now. He's a dickhead. He was a prick to me when we spoke. He didn't seem happy. He kind of gave me some sarcastic bullshit, so I'm not really going to be following him anymore. It kind of turned me off after that. So I was up with Seth Feroce, and then shot back down with Tiger Fitness and Mark Lobliner. So then I went to Christian Guzman, kind of just a shot in the dark, kind of just a random kind of thing. I went over to the Gold's Gym booth, and they were just handing out free samples, and they weren't giving out t-shirts or really talking to people. They're just handing out free protein cups, little shot cups. And Christian Guzman, Alphalete, was across the table, and he's a couple of years older than me. He's no more than like 26, 25. He's probably, I think he's like 25. We shot the shit, and he's pretty low key. He's pretty chill. He's wearing a sweatshirt, and he was just hanging out. He's like, where are you from, this and that, and I told him Massachusetts. He said, damn, man, long drive, it's good to see you, it's good that you're here, this and that, and it was cool. And he said, you want a picture? And took a picture, and I got a ton of pictures with these guys, and I really had a good time. A couple of things I didn't like was, like I said, I met a bodybuilder that I've looked up to. I'm not necessarily going to follow him anymore because he didn't really treat me well when we talked to each other. He didn't give me a good vibe. But that's with a lot of people. I didn't go to see Rich Piana because I'm not a fan of Rich Piana. I don't like what he does. I don't like what he stands for. So he's very fucking dramatic. And that's what I like about Seth Feroce. He's not dramatic, and he doesn't give a shit about anything. Well, not anything, but he doesn't get into drama. So there are certain people that I went to go see, and there are certain for a reason, and there are certain people that I didn't go see for that reason. It's because I don't like them, or it's because I did like them. So it all depends. You can do whatever the hell you want at these expos. You can walk around. You can go to whoever. It doesn't matter. You don't have like a set schedule. They were open until 5:30. I left at like 3:30, 3:45 because it kind of wrapped up by then. People were kind of heading on their way out. There really wasn't much to see. There was a ton of companies there that I wasn't just gonna go up and buy a ton of stuff. So there you have it. It's like Halloween all over again at these expos. Let's see. I can kind of show you my hotel bed here. Ton of free samples. Shaker bottle from Performix, which was pretty sick. T-shirts, the journal, signed poster, which was awesome. There you have it. So day one in the books. Didn't stay for the whole time because, like I said, I was kind of worn out and kind of done after it. I'll go tomorrow and see how it is. I hear that tomorrow, I heard mixed reviews. I hear that the day after the first day, isn't as bad, isn't as packed because everybody's done it already. And then I hear that it's even more packed because people get into town on Saturday and go then. So I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards people. A lot of people aren't going to be there. Well, not a lot, but not as many people are going to be there. But we'll see how it is. Got some footage before this clip. You guys can watch. Just walked around and every once in a while took out the camcorder and decided to record a little bit. So there you have it. Day one at the expo. Very good experience. I don't know if I will do it again alone. The drive wasn't great. It wasn't terrible, but it probably would have been better with someone else. Same thing as the expo. It would probably be a little more fun with someone else. But overall, a good time, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I don't know if I'll make day 2 expo, but because it's probably going to be the same kind of thing. But yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon.